Good Thursday morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our pre-market brief. Got up early today, got my coffee, knocked out my meditation full of gratitude for this life, for everything. And also, even though some people laugh at this, thoughts and prayers, hey man, in my meditation, I absolutely was thinking of these people in Southern California and sending them my prayers. And if you don't believe that actually works, I feel sorry for you. I actually do. I have empathy and compassion because what a miserable life, man. We are energy. This world is energy. And if you can send positive energy to people, man, I guarantee you it works. I've experienced it. I felt it. Trust me. 5 years ago, Wiz, if I heard, that type of thing, I would have kicked my own ass. But that guy died on a bed on a floor of a home in Mexico with psychedelic assisted therapy. So I love my fellow Americans, and I'm heartbroken for this. So we're gonna make California great again. We're gonna rebuild this place. It's gonna be beautiful. But man, just take some time today to reflect on how blessed you are if this hasn't happened to you, and also send some thoughts and prayers to those folks. Hey, do me a favor. Next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm going to open up the doors to our trading squadron here at TOPGUN Options. Go.topgunoptions.com/2025-brief-register. The other reason I got up early this morning was because of the Fed minutes yesterday. We are entering bad. I'm telling you, and on the registration page, you can watch my SITREP from Tuesday, where I say, hey, SPX, the S&P 500 bloodbath, we have a new, what I call trudge on, right? When I place a trade, I want to make money. I don't place a trade if it's not going to make money. A hedge, I don't mind if it loses money. What? You heard me. It's like an ejection seat. I didn't get upset after flying a flight in the F-18 and look at my ejection seat and go, oh, darn it, I didn't use that today. I'm pretty damn happy. Right? So a hedge, I don't mind if it loses money, right? But a trudge is a trade that acts as a hedge, right? A trade that I think is going to make money, and a hedge that's going to protect my longs. I have long-term bullish positions in SIBO, Bank of America, psychedelics, Amazon. So if we do get an S&P 500 bloodbath, my longs will be protected. Okay? So why would we get an S&P 500 bloodbath? It's so funny to me when I hear Jerome Powell or other Fed officials say the Fed is not political. And then you read the Fed minutes from yesterday. Fed minutes suggest officials will hold rates steady for now. Huh. Okay. Central bank cut rates last month. Oh, and they did in September too, right? Right in front of the election. Right in front of the election, Jerome Powell and the Fed cut 50 basis points. But now, somewhat firmer in price pressures because of potential tariff increases by, you ready for this? President-elect Trump. So the Fed is now blaming what somebody might do in the future for their current and past mistakes. This is a disgrace. So, whenever Jerome Powell was asked in the past 4 years, hey man, what do you think about this blowout spending that Joe Biden's doing? The quote, Inflation Reduction Act that essentially caused 40-year high inflation, 9.1%. Oh, I can't, we're apolitical and I don't comment on policy stuff like that. Okay, when it's Joe Biden and Democrats, blowout spending, deficit, COVID bullshit, printing money out of thin air, we don't comment on politics. But when it comes to Trump and potential tariffs, maybe in the future, they're trying to use that as air cover. You're a coward, Jerome Powell. You're a failure. This is the dude that called inflation raging for 2 years transitory. Do you remember him and Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen? Oh yeah, it's transitory. Well, I guess they were right. If your definition of transitory is a couple years, then they were right. I don't know a single normal human being whose definition of transitory is years. Okay, they got it wrong. And I told you in September when they cut 50 in front of an election, but we're not political, they, first of all, should not have cut 50. They should have raised 50. Ladies and gentlemen, we are entering potential bad. But this is funny, man. The minutes show almost all Fed members see higher inflation risks, and because of Trump policies. Don't ever tell me again that the Fed's not political. How dare you? This was a disgrace. But who cares, Wiz? I don't. I'm just giving you my strategic mindset for why we're about to crash. And also this. Treasury market gets first 5% yield in sign of what could come. This is not good. The last time we saw 5% yields, what happened? The market imploded. So, and guess what we're going to get tomorrow, folks? We get non-farm payroll. We get the jobs number. And we got ADP yesterday. Where's ADP? Up here. 146. The previous month, they were forecasting 139. It came in softer than soft, 122. Non-farm payroll tomorrow, folks, we are looking at, the previous month was 227. We're looking at 164. So it's already forecast to be jobs slowing. What if it's even worse than that? So this is a horrible situation that we're entering, folks. The jobs market is weakening and inflation, it's not sticky, folks. It's going up. That's the worst case scenario for the Federal Reserve. Jerome Powell, folks, has two mission objectives. This dude only has two jobs. One is price stability. Fail. Inflation raged essentially for 4 years. They screwed it up, and now it's ticking back up. So fail on job number one, Jerome. Job number two is full employment. And that's already starting to crack. So he failed at transitory. He's failing at price stability and full employment. But only in Washington do you fail repeatedly for years and you get to keep your job, right? So I'm warning you, folks. I could not have been more bullish on Donald Trump winning, right? He's a deal maker. He's a businessman. Used tariffs as a weapon to beat people into submission. He did it to China, and we won that trade war. Good things happen, folks. But they're all freaking out about, what he might do. I got to be honest with you, folks. I like the fact that Trump is a narcissist. He is not going to do something to the economy that's going to destroy the stock market. I guarantee you. If people burst into the Oval Office and go, Mr. President, you're looking bad, he's going to reverse everything that's making him look bad. He wants to be loved. Now, him wanting to be loved is going to be bullish for the markets. It should be bullish for the markets. Mergers and acquisitions activity, reducing federal regulation. The first time he was president, it was epic. If you want to make a new regulation, you need to take 5 off the books. That's awesome, man. So businesses feel bullish. The small business index popped the biggest spike in decades when he got reelected. So the conditions are ripe for a rip your face off rally for the next couple of years. Unfortunately, he's getting handed a shit sandwich from the Biden administration. But I'm going to warn you, I'm going to flame this dude if he does what just about every president does. If Donald Trump takes command and then he gets this shit sandwich, do not sit there, Donald, and go, I got, handed really crappy stuff from Joe. I don't give a shit, dude. You are the commanding officer right now. Fix it. So, Trump as well as I do. He's going to do that, and it's going to annoy me. I don't care, man, what happened in the past. Be present. There is no such thing as the past. There's no such thing as the future. There is only now, and what are you going to do now to fix it? And I think Jerome's probably going to be looking for a job. He believes that he can I'm appointed for 10 years, and the president can't fire me. Yeah. He can. First of all, the dude that hired you can absolutely fire you. He runs the executive branch. Don't give me some fake bullshit that the Fed is some quasi-external government agency that reports to nobody. You're failing, Jerome. You're fired. How about, 6 months ago, a year ago? He landed the plane safely. What a great soft landing. Who was the only dude essentially running around going, are you kidding me? We slammed into the runway. We skidded off. We're sitting here on fire right now. And he's sitting in the cockpit making engine noises. Like, hey, we landed it. So I'm telling you, folks, bad things are potentially coming. I want to be wrong. right? With this type of prediction, I don't want to be right. I love when I'm wrong and still make money, right? So we are geared up. We have a trudge on out to the end of the month. Why to the end of the month? Because there's a Fed meeting on the 29th, Wednesday the 29th, folks. So on Wednesday the 29th, at a press conference, I guarantee you that dude's going to be a little hawkish. Look at right here. This was the last time he was hawkish. The last time he had a press conference, he's like, we're going to cut 25 points, but this is the last you're probably going to see for a while. Look at what the market did, man. It imploded. I think the S&P 500 was down 2% in a day. Guess who had a bearish double vertical on? This guy and most of our TGO members. I think that trade made 400, 500% in a day. This was a one-day trade for about 400%, man. I'm going to teach you how to dog fight this market. This ain't hard. Brain surgery is hard. Landing a Hornet in the middle of the Pacific on the Lincoln or Kitty Hawk at night in bad weather, low on fuel, thousands of miles from any piece of land is hard. This isn't hard, and I'm going to teach you how to do it. Go.topgunoptions.com/2025-brief-register. 3 complimentary briefs next week, Monday through Wednesday, starting at 10 a.m. Wiz, I work at 10 a.m. Monday through Wednesday. Guess what? About 80% of our members work. They watch the replays. And I send all of our alerts out on our app. We have an app that instantaneously posts the alerts. Look at this one from yesterday. New S&P 500 day bull put spread. This was a sniper shot. The 58.85, 58.80 bull put spread. What happened with that one? That expired for a max profit. If you stayed in that trade, it was a 100% profit. Let me show you right there, right around there. That trade was posted, the 58.85 bull put spread, and that's where the market closed up here. That was a 100% profit on that sniper shot, folks. Ain't hard, ain't rocket surgery. I can teach you how to do it. Okay. So one more time, go.topgunoptions.com/2025-brief-register, or you can click the link in the YouTube video in the description, or if you're on Instagram or the TikTok or any of the socials, click the link in my bio to register. Okay. Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you're hedged. We are. Fights on. Namaste. And Basi, Basi. Basi means truth, and the truth will set you free. Cheers.